What's up, y'all? Welcome to Breo's Movie Corner. I'm about to do a review for y'all on The Lady in the Yard. Okay, so The Lady in the Yard takes place in like the middle of nowhere type, like the countryside, farmland type area. It's starring a mom and her two kids, like a teenage son and a little baby girl, like maybe 6, 7, 8, something like that, right? So she loses her husband in a car crash, and life ain't the same. It's very new because she got a wound that ain't healed yet, so it's very new what had happened, and they navigating everything, trying to figure out what's their next move and all of that. So she spent most of her time in her room upstairs watching the videos, the last few videos she made with her husband, and not really taking care of the kids. The kids just doing what they do, right? Now she got an older son. Um, he about maybe 15, 16, something like that, and he always talking back, always talking back. Nothing new, right? So, they go back and forth. He not really, but he making him some breakfast and stuff like that. And he is the one who discovers the woman in the yard, right? Now, the mom is pretty torn up about losing the husband, especially the son, not having his dad anymore is a big deal. So, it's definitely taking effect on him. Not so much little Annie. Little Annie is the baby daughter. She, she's upset by it, but you a kid, not really comprehending for real, like her big brother is, which is his name is Taylor, and the mama name is Ramona. So he goes outside. They got to put the dog up. The dog got sick or something. They ate something the dog ate. He wasn't supposed to have. And so she asked him to take him outside. So the son takes the dog outside, and when he come back, he's like the mom has some weird like blackout moment where she looking into the window and a whole bunch of stuff happening about the car crash night, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Mom, mom, mom," and she's like, "Yeah, what is it, honey?" And he's like, "There's a woman in the yard." That's when the movie start. That's when the movie start. I'm telling you, that's when it starts. And so they trying to figure out like who is this woman in the yard? Looks like a whole tombstone from a graveyard. She just sitting there with a big cloak, black cloak on in a chair. It's the most terrifying thing I've seen in a while. And I like horror movies, and it take a lot to scare me. But this movie had me like, bro, hold on. So, anyways, so yeah, they trying to figure out like why she in the yard, what she doing, right? So the mom's like, I'm gonna go talk to her. Let me go talk to her. So she go out there and she's like, what what do you need? Like, can I help you? And the lady's like, how did I get here? Like, you know who I am and all of this and or something like that. And she's like, I don't know who you are, ma'am. I'm trying to figure out how you got here too. Then she starts telling her like, your husband ain't coming home. She's like, the mom is like trying to scare her, like, my husband will be home, ma'am. You might as well get on about your day. And she's like, um, your husband ain't coming home. I see that car and I see your leg. I know what happened. She thinking like, excuse me? How does she know this type so stuff? Basically, she's just like, I'm gonna go back in the house because this is not normal. And so she go back in the house. She tell the kids to lock the door. She locking the door. She tell the kids to stay in the house. Like the son is just rebellious throughout the movie, and he's rebelling like a mug throughout the movie. Like he's like, I'm not finna. It's a reason why she out there. Do you know her? And it's just like, bro, just listen to mom. I would just listen to my mom. Sometimes you want to know things. You get this feeling. He got that feeling in his gut. He wanted to know. I understand, but bro, this is crazy moments right now. I'm gonna listen to mommy, man. I'm gonna listen to mommy. Real. So she tries to distract them by giving them ice cream. The son is just not having it. She's like, go to your room. He like, nah. She threw a mug or something at him. He like, I'm still not going to my room. He sits and watches the lady in the window from the window. He's watching her. The dog is missing. She's scared. She did something to the dog. The woman in the yard did something to the dog. It was crazy. He missing. The mom's like, y'all need to listen to me. I got this. But the son is just not having it. So the kids notice once again. First the son noticed she was in the yard. And now the daughter, the baby girl, is like, Mom, I think she's closer. So they look all out the window. Now the son was just right there. He look out the window again like, bro, she is closer. So they're noticing she's coming closer. Now earlier when the mom went in the house, she tried to start the Jeep up and charge her phone so she can call for help. Wasn't none of that working. So she ran back in there, played like everything was cool, but the son ain't buying it. The baby girl, she don't really know. The son ain't buying it. He knows something up, and she ain't telling him. This entity, spirit, whatever this is, what it likes to do is it likes to mess with your mental. And so it was messing with all of their mental, especially Ramona's, the mother. So she yells at the kids. The little girl keeps writing the letter R backwards, the capital R backwards, and the son was bouncing the ball off the wall, and she just like cracks and start crashing out on the kids, and then she realized that wasn't right. So then she tells the little girl, "I'm sorry." She goes to hug her, and through the reflection of the mirror, she stabs her, and she threw the knife down, and she's scared, and she like, "Oh no!" And the son see it, but it wasn't real. So that basically was his dream. And then I'm just like, whoa, like, is this like what's happening? Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's real, what's not. People keep having premonitions and dreams. I don't know what's going on. So it was psychological thrilling the freak out of me. And I'm just like, okay, got it, got it. Okay. So throughout the movie, she's getting closer and closer, and she's like, this the house and this her, and she's like throughout the movie. And to a point where she was super close, and the son had it. He had it, and he was over it. So he goes and get his daddy's gun, and the mom is like hopping around because she got that bum leg that from the crash, and she's hopping around. She's like, "No, put it back! Don't do it!" This man break off the doorknobs from the door, locks her in, tell the baby girl, "Don't move. I got this." His sister's just sitting there like, okay. He go outside. He said, "Ma'am, I'm gonna tell you one. I ain't gonna tell you one time. I'm gonna just tell you this right now." And he like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to get off my property. I can shoot you." And so he get the counting backwards, and she get up out the chair. My lord, I was so scared. She gets out of the chair. She starts walking towards him slowly, and she cocked, bro, or he cocked the gun back, and then he noticed like the latch one down, so he do that, and now he ready to shoot, and she's like, "Your mother ain't tell you the truth. She ain't tell you everything about that car crash." And he like, "What?" And so I'm guessing she told him because it doesn't show us that. It just shows the mom trying to get out the room and the intents of her walking up to him, and then the mom, they switching back and forth between the interactions between the son and the woman in the yard, and the mom trying to get little Annie to open the door for her from the other side, put the knob in. And I'm gonna pause on that part right quick because before that, the son sneaks out before this moment where she's in the yard and he like got the gun and all that. He sneaks out earlier, and he goes into the garage, and he's looking for their dog, and the dog is missing, right? And he's trying to start the Jeep because the dad used to always let him drive. He's like, Mom, like let me drive up the street or up the road and get the neighbors so we can call and get this lady out of our yard. The mom's like, no. So basically he's in there. She starts to appear. She done got up out the chair and he looking around trying. That was it was the most intense scene of the film. Gots to be. I was so scared. I ain't know where she was gonna come from, what she was gonna do. People always like to say that horror movies are um predictable. This one was not for me. Um Also I don't really try to predict horror movies. I just sit there and enjoy them. But this one was not predictable at all. Like I didn't know what she was gonna do. You think it's gonna be a jump scare? It's not. It's not a jump scare. She is very calculated, and it was so scary. Just the fact knowing that she walking around with that cloak on, looking like Darth Vader's mistress. It was crazy work. I was so scared, but that scene was so intense. So he's getting ready to. He got like a fire poker with him. He getting ready to cock it back, and his mom like opens the door and they scare each other. Now back to when the mom was in that room, locked in the room. So she gets out and he puts the knob in the door and she get her mom out. But when by the time she opened the door, the son is standing there and he's like, Mom, why you lie? Why you ain't tell me what happened to dad for real? Tell me the truth, I need to know. So she tells him, we was talking, we got in the car, it was raining, I was really driving, it wasn't your dad, I crashed. And they show us the whole thing. And it's like she sees the woman in the yard that night as well. But it was like in the rear view. So she was looking, the dad was looking at her like, because they had just got through arguing, because they ain't, like, she ain't want to be in the country, but she ain't want to be in the city. She was being real indecisive. And he was just trying, like, I'm trying to make you happy. Like, I don't know what to do at this point. And she basically crashes the car and he died. Now, before this, the son didn't know that. The son thought the dad was driving and he just got in the car crash. So basically, ever since that night, she's held this heavy guilt, this heavy trauma from that night. And y'all, we find out later that the woman in the yard, take a seat, y'all, are the dark corners of her mind. Boy, when I figured that out, y'all, that part was crazy work for me. I was like, wow, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. So we found out that the woman in the yard was Ramona all this time, and it's like the dark corners of her mind, and it's telling her they get into this tussle, this weird tussle with her. They have to all run and turn off or pull down all the shades in the house. She can't function if the light's not coming in. That's another thing. I was like, this ghost only works in the light, or this spirit or entity, whatever it is, only works in the light. This is different and new. You usually have to run from the darkness. This is the light. Okay. Okay. The dark corners of our mind is crazy to me. Because if you really think about it, like everybody who be going through everything, just imagine all of that stuff in your brain, the negative stuff that you think about, manifest into a whole entity and is sitting in your yard telling you to get off the bus, Rosa. Are you serious? Boy, and I'll tell you right now, this is a good film. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. Movie when she's in the attic with the kids and the monster's up there too, or the entity, the ghost, whatever it is up there too, right? And she's coming to the little girl, the woman in the yard's coming to the little girl, and she's like, "Come here, like I would never hurt you, Annie. Come here, like it's okay." And the son's watching. I'm like, why he that scared? Like he can't move. And like it's the woman in the yard, and the baby is scared, but she's not. It's not so alarming. So I'm just like, and then they show us later that was Ramona walking over to her. So her and the woman in the yard are one and the same. The woman in the yard represents the dark corners of her mind. That's crazy work. So basically, she came back. Um, the woman in the yard is there because Ramona, she said, ask for her. And she's like, every day you get up, Ramona, and you praying. And Ramona's like, I'm praying to go on. And she's like, no, you're not. You don't want to go on anymore. And basically, she's like, you know what you got to do. This is what you wanted. And so basically, she is telling her to unalive herself. Yeah, that's what the woman in the yard is here for. And so she's like, you threw all these bullets away except for one because you knew. And then that made me think back to earlier why she was so adamant on getting the young man not to shoot the bullet. Now I know why. So she's trying to coach her into unaliving and unaliving herself, and then it's a struggle up there. It's a struggle. But before that, right before that, she ushers the kids out the house. She's like, go up there to the road, go up there and find the the neighbors. I'll be okay. The little girl's like, I don't want you to be by yourself, and give her little plushie. That almost made me cry. Knowing what the mom had intentions of doing in a minute, that made me cry. You know? So I was just like, oh my goodness, not me shedding a tear on here. So yeah, so when she go back up there and she up there tussling with the gun, and it's like it's this big rifle thing. Then the lady in the yard grab it and she like putting it where it need to be, and then the mom look in the mirror. She look at herself. She look at the plushie on the floor, and she just looking around and she crying. And she know that's not what she should be doing. And then like she doesn't she doesn't do it. The next scene, the next scene was her kids running up, mom, mom, mom. Her coming out the door, and they're like, "What if the lady comes back?" And she's like, "Well, I'll be ready. We gonna be ready." And I'm just like, wow, like this was powerful. This was a powerful film for me because if you, like I said, if you think about it, we all have a lady in the yard because we all got dark corners of our mind. I think the concept was awesome. Just for that alone, then the execution of the film, the actors were great. It was a great film for me. I'm gonna give it an A. I'm gonna give it an A. Breo's list, a A. Um, I was great. I felt great watching that. Watching it was definitely black cinema. Everybody in the film is black. Loved it that part, and it was great seeing it. Man, I hope y'all enjoyed the review. Come back for more. Comment, like, and subscribe. Yeah.